My name is Benjamin Gilman, and I'd like to welcome you to the 4 p.m. Tantrum, the most prestigious political podcast in New York. Today, let's discuss the top 7 news stories happening this week. Number 1. Governor Cuomo considers the option of reopening New York schools. 2. Donald J. Trump, the president of our suffering nation, made a claim in February about the numbers of COVID-19 cases as close to zero, which was put to shame by CNN. 3. Also, Rep. Justin Amash seeks Libertarian Party nomination for president. 4. Sadly, a pug in North Carolina may be the first dog to test positive for the coronavirus. 5. In America, cases of the virus have topped 1 million. Our prayers go to all those who are affected by the virus. 6. Vice President Michael Pence, on a tour of the Mayo Clinic, rejects doctors' request for him to wear a mask. He really is learning from the Orange Power Ranger. Our 7th and biggest story this week. It's about Trump's disinfectant comment and how it sparked a huge controversy between Trump supporters and Democrats. On Monday morning, President Donald Trump states to the press that injecting disinfectants, such as bleach, could cure the virus. Just let that sink in. Bleach, a cleaning supply, which has been used as a suicide tool, can cure people of COVID. This comment was so appalling that it made me think Patrick from SpongeBob can make a better president. Because of the statement by the president, people all around have been calling their local hospitals and specialists to see if the bleach can actually cure the COVID. Later, a news reporter asked Trump about his bleach comment, and Trump blasted back at the reporter saying he was being sarcastic. But we, the American people, shouldn't take sarcasm right now when people are dying. Speaking of people, we are honored to have Isabel Goodman, an accomplished student at Hunter College. Hello, Isabel.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. We're going to ask you some questions, and you're going to answer us.
Great.
So, number 1, what are your thoughts on Donald Trump's statement by injecting disinfectants?
I mean, all of his statements are always not thought out. They're uneducated, and just like Joe Biden said, I can't believe we're saying this, but do not drink bleach. It's sad that we live in this world, and we have someone that turns to social media and other platforms and just speaks Narishkeit.
Yeah, good answer. Number 2, what do you think about Trump saying that after he said this, he was being sarcastic? What do you think about that?
That brings me back to my point that he speaks Narishkeit, and it's sad that we have someone that he seems a little bipolar, that he'll say something and then switch 1 second when someone addresses the stupidity.
Okay. Number 3, would you expect anyone to listen to Trump's bleach thesis? Like, do you expect anyone to actually try it, or?
I definitely think there will be a bunch of people that are Trump supporters, you know, the ones that are rallying right now outside with the signs saying we need our haircut, we need our this, that are against social distancing and the whole
thing, yeah.
Quarantine. But yeah, I think those people, especially the ones that still voted for him after all the things he said and all the racist remarks and all these remarks, of course there are going to be those really questionable people that are definitely listening to this.
Yeah, well, God forbid anyone.
The conservatives, yeah.
Yeah, God forbid anyone dies from this. Okay, 4, and our last question. When do you believe this COVID-19 would, this pandemic would be resolved?
Well, I think because this is obviously, we've never had this before where everything's shut down, that means that it's going to be a while because look how serious and big it is. There's people dying. Some people are not following the rules, so we all really need to stay home, not go outside, and I think probably by fall, because it wouldn't be such
God willing,
God willing, because it wouldn't be such a drastic big thing that just happened. And then the next month it'd be done.
Because Trump said that a miracle would happen and this all would be done, but it's not how it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much, Isabel. Hope you have a good day. Be safe, and thank you. 7 questions about a certain genre, and this week's genre is presidents. Question number 1. Who was the fattest president in the U.S. history? Answer is William Howard Taft. Question number 2. Who was in office the longest of all presidents? The answer is Franklin D. Roosevelt. Number 3. What does the S in Harry S. Truman stand for? The answer to the question is nothing. The S in President Truman's name is actually a compromise his parents made between both of his grandfather's names, Anderson Shipp Truman and Solomon Young. Question 4. Did every president live in the White House? The answer is no. George Washington was the only president to not live in the White House. Question 5. Who was the first president to be born in the USA? The answer is Martin Van Buren. Yes, the Constitution requires the U.S. president to be a natural-born citizen, but the first 7 presidents were born before the United States gained independence, meaning they were British subjects. Martin Van Buren, the 8th president, was born in New York in 1782. Question number 6. How many presidents died in office? The answer is 8. The last question of today. Was every president associated with a political party? The answer is no. George Washington was not associated with a political party. So, folks, that is all we have today for the trivia. Before we end our podcast today, we'd like to give a shout-outs. The following shout-outs are Joseph Goodman, Jillian Davidson, Dagrina Goodman, Ariella Goodman, Helena Goodman. Thank you all so much, and tune in for next week on the 4 o'clock Tantrum.